It's Ita here from Prince Crew LDN. As you all probably know, there's a lot of unrest in Sudan, a lot of corruption, and yeah, we're covering the London protests. We're out here outside Downing Street covering the protest over here. A lot of people have shown up, not all Sudanese, people from different cultures, different backgrounds, a lot of people just to show some support. As you can see, there is a police presence, but it's not strong, it's very light. I don't think there's any chance of violence or anything broken out, just a completely peaceful protest. There's family and kids around here. They just want the people to know their views and opinions about what's happening in Sudan. That's all. And later on I'll be interviewing Azza. She works for IMO, a specialized agency created by the UN. She spoke on behalf of IMO to the United Nations as well. And yeah, she's here right now and I'll be interviewing her shortly.
In the University of Westminster, and my current project is about the women of Sudan and the revolution. So I just want to speak on behalf of the youth community around the world from the countries who are suffering.
So yeah, I'm here with Azza.
Hello, thank you for having me.
No problem, we're glad to have you. So you work for IMO, right?
Yes, I did. So I was invited. So how I was invited was that I had to go and speak up, because I'm very active on my social media, to talk about the problem in Sudan. They said that you have a chance to talk to the UN and to raise the awareness to them and ask for help. So you can invite a few young Sudanese people with you to bring along. So I invited two of the girls, Najla and Hadil, and they came along. And we went. It wasn't as we expected it to be at all. I do appreciate the invite that I had, but it was more about the development of Sudan. So when I went on stage, it was a conference all day. Towards the end of the day, I went on stage. We had the chance to speak on the live broadcast, and when I raised the questions that I had, none of the questions were answered. I also mentioned what we want as the Sudanese youth, and we've been raising awareness. So we've been successful at that. All of the Sudanese community has come together from all around the world, West Sudan, South Sudan, East Sudan, all over, to unite together, and we succeeded in raising the awareness. The whole world is talking about Sudan, and we really appreciate from the non-Sudanese community who have stood by us. However, when I finished my speech on what we want, as I got off the stage, I was told that once I'm on stage, I should not talk about politics, which I was not informed before. So after we asked, but why could we not speak about politics? I'm here to raise awareness. They said, we want you as an active young Sudanese to talk on behalf of the other youth, to talk about the development of Sudan. So I said, how can I talk about the development of Sudan if we don't find the solution for the current situation? So how come you're not answering my question? So they said, we are just sensitive, we're neutral, we don't want to discuss politics.
What questions did you ask?
So I asked, why has the Sudanese regime government not been sent to the ICC? So the Bashir is not in power anymore. So why has no one taken action towards that? Why has the ICC not taken action towards that? So they should apply pressure. They should apply pressure on the Sudanese government. They should apply pressure on the Janjaweed to step down. They should be questioned of their criminal behavior. Because the Sudanese are innocent. Like, we've been doing this since the 19th of December, and even us, we are not even experiencing 1% of the pain that they are emotionally and physically going through, but we are with them all the time. And even like I said to you earlier, I came off social media after this conference and after the interview. I just felt overwhelmed. I felt we've been doing so much that we can, but there's also always a wall between us, the people, and the higher bodies that we can't get to. So we don't want anything apart from to help the Sudanese community for the generation that's later than us, the coming generation. So we will keep going peacefully. like you've seen, the protest has been peacefully. There has been no killing and fighting within each other.
Some children running around happy.
Absolutely. Have you seen? They're giving out cookies. They're giving out water.
Cookies and water. Oh, I'll go have some.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like they're about music. Everyone gets together. Even when the protest happened in Sudan before the 3rd of June, when the Janjaweed started killing innocent civilians, people were sleeping on the streets in the protest, and people used to come in the morning, waking each other up, like good morning. They used to sing Sabah al Khair, Sabah al Khair. It's like good morning in Arabic. So it's like, in what city can you sleep outside where no one would kill you, or no one would attack you, or no one would? So Sudan, it's different. Sudan, because everyone comes together. Sudanese, they always come together. They're all about hospitality. They're all about just the brotherhood, the sisterhood, and just they want peace and happiness and love. That's all. They just want the basic human rights. You know, they just want a basic happy living. That's all they're asking for. They're not asking for anything. And I just believe that I don't want to mention any specific countries, but nobody should be funding anything to Sudan.
Yes, we've heard that multiple countries have been funding Sudan. I've heard possibly China. Yes, China's been funding him. What do you say about that? About these countries that are possibly funding Sudan? Well, probably are.
Yes. So I just believe that this revolution started in Sudan, within the Sudanese community, and we just want to deal with it ourselves. And we can do this, and we will do this peacefully. So we would appreciate if just everyone who is funding Sudan just to step aside and just let us deal with this ourselves.
Do you believe that the UN should step in, since other countries are stepping into the Sudanese issues here?
Again, I don't want to talk too much politics at the moment, because like I said to you, since that day I just felt there is always a borderline between the higher bodies and us. So we try to do as much, but we will keep putting pressure. We will keep putting pressure. So I believe yes, the UN, it's part of the higher bodies, and I'm sure they can do something. They can fund to help the Sudanese civilians to stand up and to get rid of the toxic bodies that are happening in Sudan now, like the RSF, which are the Janjaweed. They just need to leave. That's all we're asking for.
Yes. And the color of the protests seems to be blue. Like blue symbolizes the whole Sudan protest. Could you tell me the backstory of that, please?
Yeah, of course. So blue comes from a young guy who was studying in Brunel University. He was doing his postgraduate. He was actually a British citizen. He had the British passport, but this wasn't mentioned at all. So he went to Sudan for a short holiday when the protest was happening, and he got killed during the protest, just a few seconds before he got filmed. And his family, his blue was his favorite color. So Matar that was his nickname. Matar stands for rain. So after he passed away, may his soul rest in peace, his family started sharing the blue color as display picture, WhatsApp pictures, profile pictures, and then everyone from there started copying that blue. So now the blue doesn't only stand for Matar, but it stands for all the innocent civilians who passed away in this revolution. And as you can see, I'm not wearing blue today, I'm wearing white. White still represents the Independence Day for Sudan, but you can see a lot of blue happening in the protest. So this is the story where it came from, and you've probably seen on Instagram as well. Everyone is sharing the blue profile on Instagram. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm so happy how the youth community has come together on social media, because social media is such a powerful platform, and this is the main cause how we were able to spread the news worldwide. It reached the celebrities like Rihanna, Ariana Grande, Naomi Campbell. They changed their profiles as well to support Sudan. So it just shows humanity. It's not even about religion, it's not about race, it's about humanity. So we just want to keep standing by the Sudanese community, and just to show them that they came so far and not to give up, you know. We are mentally exhausted, we are physically exhausted, you know, and I can't imagine how much they have been tired of all of this, but they have to keep going, and we will support them no matter what. We will keep pushing whoever we can in the higher bodies to keep doing this. Yes.
Thank you very much. That's the interview. Very well done. Very well spoken.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.